My name is Alex Flett, and this is the story of musically touring Western Canada with my one and only partner in crime, Cara Goldthorpe. Between June 16th to August 11th, 2023, Cara and I traveled across Canada's western provinces of Saskatchewan, Alberta, and British Columbia. Living in our van, we performed 17 gigs in just under 2 months, witnessed spectacular marvels of nature, met some marvelous people, dropped some of Cara's books off in bookstores, and countless other stories that will be shared through this video series. Episode 2, Napatak Ramble up in northern Saskatchewan. In the previous episode, you saw us driving around in my little red car, but in this episode, my dad and I are doing a car exchange. Thank you, Dad. With this new van that he got, we are so pleased to be able to be driving this. Now we are going to get it ready because the seats need to be taken out, one for the tour, and then second so my dad can have it as a work vehicle later, so it's a win-win here. I'm going to be getting all these seats out. As you can see, I was putting up quite a struggle at first to get them all out, but eventually, given a few tricks up my sleeve, I managed to pull them out. And anyways, there is a lot of really gross, like disgusting things from the previous owner, like chips on the floor and like candy and food and stuff, so I had to really scrub and vinegar and vacuum.
There is a lot of room here. Now, oil change.
Make sure everything's all ready.
Western Canada Tour, Chapter 2. Here we go.
Pack it up, and we are good to go. Now, although we were in Prince Albert in the last episode, which is only a couple hours away from L'Orange where the festival is going to be, that was 2 weeks later that we had Napatak Ramble, so in the meantime we went back to our home base in Regina and then did that whole drive, did a nice long shot 7-hour all the way up to L'Orange for Napatak Ramble.
We made it to PA. It felt so much quicker than last time. Now we're heading straight through up to L'Orange. We're entering the forest. I have a banana. We made it to the forest. Now only like 160 kilometers to go until we make it to L'Orange, where we're playing.
On the last leg of our journey, we began brainstorming for where we can stay for the night. Now, in northern Saskatchewan, a vast majority of the land is unceded territory, meaning that it is neither necessarily private nor public land in terms of you can just camp there. It's like owned by the government basically, but you can camp there and it's perfectly fine, it's perfectly legal. People do it all the time. Only thing you have to respect is if there's a fire ban in place, you can't have a fire, but at this time there wasn't, so up we went, and we went to go find ourselves a nice little spot that wasn't anybody's property and just set up and camp, and lo and behold we found one right on this beautiful river here.
Just taking her gentle in the car. And almost there. And boom, camping spot for the night. Right on. Our campsite for tonight, just outside of L'Orange. Now, supper time. I slipped because we're over there. I walked through the rocks, but I'm fine. And phone is fine, clearly. Backpack. Let's throw through a few lines in. Although I didn't catch anything that evening, I was determined that I would this weekend. There's a bear out there. We had to come into the car.
I know.
That gave me adrenaline.
Next thing you know, we encountered a small black bear. It came up to us just as Cara was cooking dinner, and I heard a rustling. I turned to look, and there it was. So what we did is we calmly backed up and slowly spoke to the bear very softly and went into the back of the van. I'm grateful to have come up to this area during high school on a canoe trip, and I had a teacher who informed me how to handle these bears. In reality, they're about as scared of us as we are of them, and if you start to be aggressive or try and scream them away, that can work, but actually can also make them feel threatened and feel like they have to attack too. So the best thing to do is don't appear to be a threat and back away. And obviously I didn't get a video of the bear because that would have been a really silly first reaction to grab my camera upon seeing it, and by the time we closed the van door it was gone. It ran away, hearing the slamming of the door. The sun sets late here. This is still from the sun. It is currently exactly 11 p.m. Welcome to the north of Canada in the summer. The next day, we had given ourselves a full day before Napatak Ramble started, so we got up, had our breakfast, and sought out for adventure. We went to Lac L'Orange, a magnificent, gigantic lake up here in northern Saskatchewan, inflated my boats, and Cara and I paddled away and found ourselves a private island, because on this lake there are hundreds, if not thousands, of tiny little islands that you can camp on. They're safe, there's no bears, and we just went to spend the day and have our lunch here. We have just been living in absolute lavish on this island for a few hours. This is magic. Went swimming, had a nap because we slept terribly because there was like 100 mosquitoes at least in our van last night because we made the mistake of having it wide open when it got dark and went in with it wide open, and then it was rough. So we're gonna keep it sealed tight, and as soon as we're ready for bed, just get in, close immediately. I hope that works. Anyways, this has been a really profound experience in this forest. It's so alive in energy. See the animals. I saw 3 beavers out in the creek, ravens, loons, cranes, bear, fish. I saw fish jumping. Even just the energy, you just feel it all around you. It's just, wow. You just breathe it in. The spirit of this place is alive and well. Now, time to kayak back to the mainland off of this little island.
We just took the turn off into Potato Lake. We are 1 day early for the festival because camping is open for the musicians, and we are so excited. After our majestic little adventures, it's going to be nice to settle here, fish on Potato Lake, and just settle in before the festival crowd comes. That should be us, Napatak Ramble. Here it is. We are here. This is the musician campground. Whoa. Early bird supper. And with that, we got the bed in the van ready for sleeping and enjoyed our evening in peace without recording a thing, and began the next day super ready for the fun to begin. Day 1, Napatak Ramble. Good morning. Just got water and backstage passes. This is so awesome. Set up for one more markets. And there's the stage. Little goodie bag. Ooh. First, you got music schedule. It's today at 4:30. Next tomorrow, I'm on the side stage at 6:50 to 7:15. Nice. Vendor button. Pencil. Oh, it reminds me of school.
Oh, cool.
Oh, beautiful. Sticker. Unicorn. And candy. It is currently 3:30. There is the welcome gate where I'll be playing at 4:30. Right now, Ian Brown McNutt is up there. He's taking the lead, starting us off, and then the gates are just opening. People are coming in now. It's gonna be a good show.
So fine, and seek not your fortune, doctrine mine. It'll warm as it has.
Got my teeth brushed so I can play harmonica without getting it dirty from lunch. Now it is my turn to go play at the welcome gate.
Man is here right now.
Here we
She's gonna
go.
talk to us a little bit
Boy
about what
Golden
they did.
and
So let's hear it
Fontaine
for
playing
Diane.
later.
One of yours?
Yeah. It's all been mine except for Heart of Gold.
And with my little opening act at the gate, the music had officially started for the day, and we were in for a treat. Hart and I held down fort at our little vendor stand, and we listened to some incredible music.
Black Suit Devil.
Tell you that much. So thank you from the bottom of my heart for having me. I'm Black Suit Devil from Hastings, Ontario, just outside of Toronto. I'm not playing some tunes. Indigenous people say, tasting genocide, 'cause a country like ours takes history in their hearts. Hard to roll the minds of them, now you think that.
Stickers from the tent. That's going on the guitar.
Here's Boy Golden. Been following him for a while. He's got some really great stuff.
I am Boy Golden, and this is the Church of Better Day. Feeling alright, and please you get to work on time. And make it all
to wrap us up for the night, the funky bus rolling into town.
Funky bus.
And so began day 2 with a whole bunch of excitement, for today was the day that Kara and I were going to be hitting that stage. We were excited. But before any of that began, I began the day by fishing. I took the little kayak from the floaty pool, and thank you, Colin, for that. I went out fishing with my fishing rod to Potato Lake. Here we go. This is a ridiculously tiny boat, and I would be wise to go back and put my phone back so it can just be a swimming trip too. Because I don't want to catch a fish and then be thrown overboard and lose this phone. But at least I got the shot. And so, by only being out in the water for 30 minutes, I managed to catch me a little jackfish.
Back at camp, time to fillet the fish. Our friends say we're in for a treat. This is a jackfish, and the small ones like this are the tastiest.
So we had ourselves fish for brunch, and then began the music. We were so excited to start the day.
In some dream, a dreaming a dream. Some dream, a dream.
Life is good. Got some bannock. Boy Golden came out to the tent yesterday, checked out my CD. That's pretty awesome. Nice guy. I'm gonna enjoy this bannock. It was soon to be our turn to come up on stage next at 6 p.m. and the nervousness was coming, but I was ready. As soon as I stepped foot on that stage, any nervousness I felt was gone, and what was left was that nice, warm kind of belly happiness, the true contentment, that really special kind that you really feel it in your belly. I'm very grateful Kara was there for me, too, to enjoy this moment with me. When we began, we played our hearts out. It was fun. And of course, I made sure to set up the camera at our booth before we started.
in Saskatchewan. Hello everybody, thank you so much. My name is Alex.
And so concluded our amazing half-hour little set, which was really incredible. Thank you for having us, Napatak Ramble. And then came on Jake Flower. Then the weather started picking up like crazy and this tent blew down, so I quickly put down my camera to go help with that.
That's the check sorted.
Final scheduled band for the night was
a band called Hurricane Ain't Scared of Any Rain. We heard you like to dance, is that true? Then my friends, say hello to the rest of our band.
the storm. The rain quit. We spent a good hour at the fire, and now it is time for sleep. This has been an amazing time. Good morning. What's this breakfast feast? Bannock breakfast.
Now we're making the most of it. We're going up to Mississippi because did you know Saskatchewan, typically known as the Flatlands by the people down south, has waterfalls. Let's see if we can find one. We are officially farther north than any paved road in Saskatchewan. So here we go. Off to see the waterfalls.
Rubber building,
Purple stuff is
that's
firewood.
rubber building, we're
Grows
like
under the
some
forest fire
wisdom
trees.
mothers reading.
Churchill River Bridge. Churchill River.
All those wheelings of gray stars cast a spell on me as I wander.
We decided to spend one more night camping up here up north before the drive back to Regina, and look what we saw. Triple rainbow. 1, 2. Boom. Last night in L'Orange. Cold. Probably gonna start raining, but cooking supper. By the same spot we came here. Good morning. Cold. I'm gonna pack up and go back to Regina. And so concluded an adventure of lifelong memories. Thank you so much to everybody involved in putting on Napatak Ramble, and we are so glad to have met so many amazing friends, and we really hope to see you next time. Thank you. Stay tuned for more episodes coming soon of this Western Canada tour. This was episode 2, Napatak Ramble.